Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Welcome back. I guess this isn't really a beer review, but wanted to kind of check in on my favorite beer of all time. From Treehouse Brewing. It is the one and the only Green. There has been a lot of talk lately about Treehouse. You guys know they recently expanded. They're at the new brewery in Charlton, and they're brewing huge batches of beer. And there is a lot of talk, a lot of complaining, a lot of rumblings that the beer has suffered with the expansion, with these huge batches of beer that they're doing. I've heard a lot of stuff about recent batches of Julius. I've heard a lot of stuff about Green. I've heard as much as people saying that a lot of the recent Curiosity beers have been beers that are supposed to be like their typical flagship beers that didn't come out well, so they rebranded it as Curiosity beers. I don't think I believe any of that. Who knows? What I do know is anytime you expand and you go from brewing, 400 cases of beer up to 2,000 cases of beer, there's going to be growing pains. So they moved into that new brewery, I think like in July-ish, somewhere around there, and this is the first can of Green I've had from the new brewery. It was actually canned on September 27th, and it says we've got the Green. So 9/27, today is October 8th, so this is a week old, week and a half old, so it's plenty fresh. Big thanks to my man Leo. It was 10 per person when he got this, so I was able to get 10 cans of this. I'm actually planning a trip here in the next couple weeks, and I wanted to have a bunch of hoppy beer to bring with me, so Green will be coming on the trip, and we will be drinking all of it. But yeah, wanted to kind of just make a video. I call this beer the greatest IPA ever. It's my favorite beer I've ever had. I've actually reviewed this on the channel. It was my first Treehouse review. This was the first Treehouse beer I ever had. I reviewed it in March of 2015. Darwin sent me a can of it in a trade that we did. And I fell in love with it, and I drank a bunch of it last year, but haven't really had a whole lot of Green this year. So, like I said, first Green from the new brewery, so might as well see how it is, right? See where she stands. I can tell you right now, as soon as I crack that, I could smell it already, so. It looks like Green. So far, so good. Wow, yeah, this smells incredible. But yeah, it pours that typical Treehouse. It's that hazy, awesome, just pineapple-y juice. It looks like juice in the glass. Finger of just a super frothy, like off-white head. This looks how I remember Green looking. 7.5% when we swirl it. There's some alcohol legs, but yeah, it looks fire in that glassware. So, like I said, as soon as I crack that, I could smell it. So let's shove our nose in it and see what she's got. Yeah, this... This smells fucking amazing. Wow. I actually had a can of this on Thursday night after the Patriots game. Truth be told, I'd been drinking during that, so I thought it tasted good. I mean, I had already had beers before that, so it wasn't on a fresh palate, but I remember thinking it was really, really good. The smell of this beer is insane. It's pineapple smoothie. It's got that bubblegum thing. That's the first time I ever smelled that in a beer was from a Treehouse beer. This has that. It's that juicy fruit, kind of fruit stripe bubblegum. It is. It's pineapple. It's like pineapple smoothie, and it's orange juice. It's green. It's got that killer herbaceous, like basil thing going on. I mean, this smells every bit the same as I smelled the first time I ever drank this beer. It smells amazing. I think we did the blind Curiosity battle beers. The one Curiosity beer that I had said it had no nose, so the aroma of that beer was lacking. There was problems with that. This doesn't have that. It smells insane. So let's taste it. Cheers. Yeah, that's this is fire. It's pineapple juice, orange juice. And it's got a good amount. I mean, it's called Green, right? I think they said they got the name from that because when they first brewed it, it almost looked green because it was so hoppy. This has got that intense hoppiness. It's even got that like kind of grapefruit peel, almost kind of awesome, like kind of biting bitterness on your tongue. Mouth feels creamy, but it's like pineapple peachy orange juice, but the mouthfeel is so full. It's like that smoothie kind of a thing. This is, I mean, if people are saying something's wrong with this batch of beer, I don't know what to tell you. Haven't had green the prior batches. Like I said, I had heard the aroma on it was muted. I heard it was really bitter. This has that kind of awesome hoppy bitterness, but it's got so much pineapple smoothie, peach juice, orange juice, just like tropical fruit, bubblegummy, just yeasty thing. Fuck, this is my favorite beer still. It's funny because the more I review monkish beers, those beers taste like this. It's got that like cool balance between east and west. This has that hoppy bitterness. This has that kind of grapefruit zest on the middle of your tongue, but it finishes with just fucking straight pineapple, peach, mango. Like, it's crazy. This is so good. The mouthfeel on that is, it's exactly what I remember. I had never had a mouthfeel of an IPA on a beer before I had green for the first time, and it's still there. So, is this beer still the GOAT for me? Yes. I could take this batch of green and get rid of all the beer in my fridge, and if you replaced it with just this from this canning date, I would be stoked. So, if you got your hands on 10 cans of this, you're pumped, because this is fire. This is every bit as good as I remember. Ah, so good. So yeah, if you guys have had this batch, the, what is it, September 27th batch of green, let me know if you agree with me. I think it's fucking fantastic. So well done, guys. Hopefully everything will kind of start getting dialed in again. Could you imagine just being able to walk in and, like, there might be a point where you could get like 2 cases of this. What a time to be alive. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the